What's up, team? It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology. In this video, I want to talk about talkative introverts for potential reasons that I've come across for why some of us introverts talk a lot and just don't stop, and kind of what that means for you. So I want to give you some insights into that, and hopefully it'll help you have some more understanding of why you're doing it and when maybe you should ease up on it or when you should keep on going. So if you are an introvert like myself and you are talking a lot, like you're just continuously going, whether you're rambling or trying to give too much information about something or explain why you did the thing that you did so that people trust your motives. You're just, pouring on all these ideas to other people. The potential issue with that, like one of them, the first one that I would naturally say is something that I kind of came across from Personality Hacker. You don't want the conversation to get into a realm that you are not comfortable with. Us introverts, we take situations, we take experiences, ideas, whatever they are, and we refine them, we funnel them into some personal understanding of what it is, a subjective understanding, right? We take it and we slice it up and say, this is the meaningful stuff, this is what mattered, or sometimes this is what happened and I'm like completely stuck on this thing, right? This was something that I'm going to avoid in the future. And we bring that in there, right? And we hold it. And we use that as the ballast, the base to make decisions or to perceive the world from. Okay, it's from our own personal understanding of how the world works. And so if the conversation goes into a realm that we haven't experienced before, a lot of times we're just like, well, I don't really like that. Like it's new territory. The fog of war, the zone has not been explored well enough, and I don't know what's out there. Right? So I don't want to necessarily let it happen. So I'm going to control the conversation here. I'm going to talk about stuff that I like to talk about, that I'm interested in, that I know about, and just keep going. And sometimes that's when you don't let other people give their ideas or contribute to the conversation because you're just going, right? You're just like, I'm going to control this ship and nobody else is going to have any input in it because this is the way that I want it. And likely that's not a very conscious thing, right? Another reason for that would be that overzealous bonding, perhaps. Like I'm finally talking to somebody that I want to talk to. Oh my gosh, we're sharing all these things, these ideas, these similarities, like the same experiences, whatever it is. And it's like I just want to relate so badly that I'm just going to talk and talk and talk and try to like give you all this information and I suppose attention that I haven't expressed a lot, right? And so this kind of overzealous bonding aspect could be one of the reasons for being a little too talkative or just talkative in general. If you don't have the natural preference or desire to spark conversation with people that you don't know and you don't want to like deal with all that fluff talk and stuff, but like the second you land on something that you feel that you share, you just want to talk about it a lot because you want to see how quickly you can get to that deeper connection in whatever way it might come about. Another reason could be that, and it's similar to that, is that you're meeting these unmet extroverted needs, right? Maybe you've spent too much time not letting like if you're an INP, not exploring the ideas, not pushing boundaries, not creating conversations and memes and connections with people in this ideational realm, right, outside of yourself. And so when that's not happening, or with extroverted thinking or extroverted feeling, whatever it is, extroverted sensing, you're just like, well, okay, I need to do something about this because my psyche is telling me like you're not paying enough attention to this extroverted side of things. So go. And it's like gather all of the resources, all the herbs that you can, and make the best damn soup you can possibly do. And hold on. All right. And so when you do that, it's like you're just pouring out this desire to make connections outside of yourself. And in that sense, you're trying to balance your psyche. Like if you spend too much time looking at the introverted side of things, that means that a lot of the extroverted stuff is going untouched, unexplored, unnoticed, unthought through, unfelt through, unbonded with, whatever it is. And so it's a push to do that. It's like you need to pay attention to this voice inside you, right? That's saying, go, little one, explore the world. And when you don't do it, it's going to find a way to come out. So that could be part of the reason. Another reason for this might be the environmental nurturing aspect. So whatever your experiences are, I'm not fully able to communicate, right? But maybe you grew up in a house that was full of extroverts. And so you kind of learn to acclimate to that, right? It's not your normal way of doing things, perhaps, but you're like, everybody is just, gregarious and talking and wanting new experiences and new feedback. And yes, these are some stereotypes. And, taking action, proactively trying to control all these situations. And it rubs off on you. And that's probably a good thing, as long as it's not over focused on and like shaming the introverted side of yourself, right? But so that could be one reason. And of course that extends to friends and community and business, work environment, school, whatever it is. Like if you're surrounded by one type of energy, and everybody is using that, like you kind of have to pick that up, or you're going to drown in some way. You're going to get overwhelmed by something. And so it's like a slow nurturing of that situation. So those are some talkative opinions that I had about that. I hope that it was helpful, and I do want to know your opinions on it as well. Like when you get into this talkative mood and maybe you start rambling, or you're just going on and on, what's the reason for it? Like what's causing the thing to happen for you? Like, well, if you have any insights into that, please share down below, because it's going to help other people relate to it too. And it's really weird talking about this. I'm just going to say it right now as a point that I just made. Me being on camera and talking about being an introvert, talking too much and rambling too much is so weird, because I'm doing it and I can't stop unless I'm trying to not give advice. I'm just going to continue to talk like this probably, because like what are you supposed to do? How do you end something like this? What am I to do in this situation when the video is just going and I have no way of stopping the conversation? Oh yeah,